Another thing I want to talk to you about is you're a little famous as well as a YouTuber.
I don't know if I'm famous. I'm not famous yet.
So guys, Clint here is also your dumb old dad.
Yeah.
What, over like 2,000 subscribers?
Yeah, I
on your
just
YouTube
barely
channel?
went over 2,000 subscribers.
You'll get the real story about soaps, whether or not ketchup tastes good on Kit Kats.
Yeah, you got to go see that.
Clint, hey, what's going on, man?
How's it going?
Thanks for being with me. I just want to talk to you a little bit about PMT, first of all. Been a part of the Magic Valley since 1916.
Over 100 years?
Been, obviously changed the way that they do business a little bit over the years as technology and everything has changed.
Yep.
Kind of give me an idea of what it all encompasses now, what PMT does.
Okay. Well, PMT has had to change a little bit over the years, like you said, from just a phone company to a phone and internet company. And so they began in Rupert and are the main phone company there in Rupert, Idaho. Mm-hmm. And they expanded to Paul and to Burley. And so we now have internet and phone services, Paul and Burley. Mm-hmm. And then they decided we need to be ready for the next big thing. So they decided we need to start getting fiber to everything. So they built a path over to Twin Falls with fiber, and then they also went across the bridge and over to Jerome. So PMT's footprint now is Burley, Rupert, Paul, Twin Falls, and Jerome.
So explain to me, as if I was a fifth grader, what is fiber?
So, well, let's go back to copper. So copper is where you're sending digital signals across a copper wire, and it's usually electricity that gets converted back and forth. A modem, which is to modulate and demodulate. So they would just constantly modulate and demodulate. That's what it was called for all the older people out there that remember modems. But today it's light. So fiber is just a glass piece inside of a wire, and then you're shooting light through that glass piece. And so that light goes all the way through the fiber, and then again it has to be converted from light back into a digital signal.
So I told you
that was too much of
a fifth grade.
Okay, so let's go a little bit easier. All right.
It makes your internet work fast.
Okay.
That's what I was looking for.
So if you take a flashlight and you stick it down a tube and you turn it on and off, that is what fiber is.
Okay, that makes
It's turning light on and off through a tube.
Okay. And so that translates that whole digital signal, and that's why we have internet. That's why we can stream movies. We can download movies like in 2 seconds.
And it's super fast because how fast is light? I mean, it's crazy fast. So we are sending data at the speed of light.
That's why it's
so fast.
That makes a lot of sense. Got it. Okay. So, and then between the residential, everyday, customers that you work with versus you also work with a lot of businesses too. What are some of the businesses that you help, get their businesses can't operate, today without
internet anymore.
Internet, right?
That's right.
So who are some of the businesses here locally that you're helping to then help their customers? Okay,
so a lot of customers that we have are getting on the internet more and more. So it used to be where you just had a computer and you do all your stuff, but now the computers have taken all their stuff and put it online. Mm-hmm. So doctors, lawyers, accountants, physicians, even banks and libraries, schools, school districts, they're all getting on the internet. And so some of our biggest clients are going to be those big heavy users like a school district.
Yeah.
So we have school districts that we provide internet to.
Okay.
We also do like big hospitals like St. Luke's, or banking systems or banking companies like First Fed, or a Chobani, or a agri-service, or people with multiple locations that all need to connect together.
Yeah.
Those are companies that we also help.
How did the pandemic affect you guys? Because so many more businesses had to go to even more online services during that time. School districts, hospitals, et cetera, like you're talking.
Well, and attorneys have had to do this too.
Sure.
You know, they're now doing all of their litigation online. So now all of these attorneys are also doing a lot more online. So, I mean, we have helped a lot of them. And the other thing that we did during the pandemic was not only just help businesses, but over in the Burley-Rupert area, we offered services for kids at home. That was one of the things that PMT put together as like a community service.
Oh, very cool.
We're going to give them internet if they don't have it, so they can do some schoolwork from home. But yeah, everybody is now looking at the internet as a critical piece of their business, and not just, oh, it's nice to have to go and look on YouTube and maybe do some fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a critical piece of business anymore.
It's just as important as any other piece of their business, if not the most important piece. But you know, another thing I want to talk to you about is you're a little famous as well as a YouTuber.
I don't know if I'm famous. I'm not famous yet.
So guys, Clint here is also your dumb old dad.
Yeah.
What, over like 2,000 subscribers?
Yeah,
on your
just
YouTube
barely
channel?
went over 2,000 subscribers.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
that's
just
awesome.
maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
So.
okay, so what is this thing?
So I have been doing something on the side just for fun, kind of as a release, as some way of expressing myself, and maybe, I don't know, it's kind of turned into like a side gig, you know, something that's fun to do, that I enjoy, like a hobby.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing this as a hobby for, I don't know, it's been over 5 years, probably 8 years, and it wasn't until maybe the last couple of years that I'm like, wow, I've got a lot of people that are actually watching my videos. I should do something with this.
So it's grown to more than a hobby, because, like, you know, if for folks that don't know, like, you can have a YouTube channel that has a lot of following and can monetize that as well. So it's more than just a hobby.
Yes, I mean, it can be. It's still, for me, it's just a hobby because it doesn't make enough to make it a full-time job or anything. So it's just kind of fun for me still. But yeah, there are people that are doing it as a full-time job, and they're making great money.
Yeah.
So there's people making thousands of dollars a month, and it's just from people coming to their channel and watching their videos.
So what's the vision that you have for your
For
YouTube
my
channel?
Dumb Old Dad channel?
Yeah.
Well, I would think, so mine's kind of a long-term thing. I would wish something would go viral. I wish that one of my YouTube videos would just go boom, you know, and I would see this huge growth. But it hasn't been like that. It's been 5, 8 years, and it's just little by little by little. So I'm looking at the little by little by little.
Yeah.
And I would hope by the time I retire, I would have enough viewers that are watching my channel that give me this recurring revenue.
Sure.
That retirement, this would be an extra little bag of money that I could use for retirement. So I'm looking at a 5, 10, 15 euro a year stretch there, where I think I could grow it to be maybe a couple $1,000s a month, $3,000 a month. How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
I'd go buy a Tesla. That is my goal right now, is that my YouTube channel would buy a Tesla. So,
well, you know, I talk with a lot of businesses that we work with, right, about the importance of video.
Yeah.
What can you share with us about, you know, what video means to you know, for a business to be able to, you know, create that content, show what it is that they do, and be able to connect with those viewers?
Absolutely. So you've probably heard it everywhere, but the #1 search engine is Google. Everybody goes to Google and they search. Guess what the #2 search engine is? YouTube. That's the second place people go to find stuff. Now, normally, if you're searching for a product, yeah, you'll go to Google and you'll look up their website. But then as soon as you find your product, then what do? You go to YouTube, you put it in YouTube, and you find somebody that has tested that product and tells you how it is.
And you've done a lot of product reviews on your channel as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I've done the ones that have done the best are Dr. Squatch soap. So there's a lot of people out there wanting to know which soap they should buy. And so I'll go out there and I'll review all the Dr. Squatch soaps, and I'll say, all right, for me, it's pine tar. And so people will go, all right, well, that's going to be the first soap I buy is going to be the pine tar soap.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I do it all the time. You probably do it all the time.
Yep.
If you want to fix your sink, if you want to fix the tire, if you can't figure out how your car works, you go to YouTube and you search for it. So if you're a business out there and you want more customers to look at your products, I would start doing tutorials, how-tos, how to fix things, all those things about their product, or even just give them to people and have them review them, then you got a person-to-person review of your product.
You guys, I've been saying this for years, shouting it. Thank you for validating what I've been telling y'all to do.
It's word of mouth.
100%.
It's a word of mouth. It's person to person. It is a regular guy and a regular guy telling you what it's really about. And I've talked to many people about it, and they say, you know, I really don't want the technical guy to tell me all the technical details. I want a regular old guy, a regular old guy to tell me what they think.
I want a dumb old dad.
I want a dumb old dad telling me. If it's dumb, great. Tell me it's dumb. If it's great, you tell me it's great. I want the clear opinion of just a regular guy.
There you go.
So
go subscribe, dumb old dad.
Yeah, subscribe to my channel, dumb old dad.
Yeah, he'll tell you what it's all about. So there it is, you guys. You got to subscribe to his channel, dumb old dad. You'll get the real story about soaps, whether or not ketchup tastes good on Kit Kats.
Yeah, you got to go see that. Are you going to tell him about that? Or are you going to put it afterwards?
We'll include some B-roll here of what happened, and then we'll link it. But cool. Clint, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Teaching us a little bit about what PMT does here for the community.
Glad to.
And about your side gig as well.
Yes.
A YouTube sensation.
A lot of fun.